Okay, so now we're looking at number 4. Number 4 is on the back side. It says the table at the right shows the results of a survey of students' favorite outdoor activity. We've got, what is that, 6 different activities. And it shows you the number of students that chose that activity. It says complete the circle graph for the data in the table by labeling each part with the correct activity and percent. All right. One thing I know is that if more people have responded, what will my circle part look like? Like, what's the sector going to look like? Think about the activity we did in class. We made bars that represented each of our answers. And then we taped them together and we created a circle graph. So the more responses, what do you know about the sector of the pie that belongs?
You're probably gonna write the names.
Okay, listen to my question. I'll ask it one more time. My biggest category is which one?
Swimming.
Skiing. Skiing has the most responses. So what do you know about these pieces?
Yellow.
This is probably going to be, what did you say? Skiing. Now, I could also maybe say that about the smallest. So the fewest responses is what?
Running.
Running, because it's only 9, which is going to be which color?
Purple.
The purple. But that's not all they want, right? They want the circle graph for the data with the part and the percent. So those are just a little bit of hints that you can do before actually doing the math. First thing we need to do, anytime they're giving you a table of data, is figure out how many total people did they survey. How do I figure out the total?
You add them all up.
Add them. I'm going to give you a second, and I'm going to add myself. I added it and I got 119. And then if I had kept reading, I'd have noticed that on part B it says there were 119 students surveyed. Okay, so there we go. 119 is my total. Now, this is where the hard part starts. We need to figure out if there were, let's say, 9 out of 119, what would that be as a percent? I can set up a proportion.
Could you divide 100 by 119?
I could do the division of 9 and 119. Okay, 2 different options. And I guess I'll probably go ahead and do the division because it might be easier. I'm sorry, the division. 9 into 119. This is ugly. And after I solve this one, I'm probably going to let you use a calculator.
Wait.
And remember, it's top number, always inside. So now 119 doesn't go into 9, so I put a 0. And that means I put a decimal up here and a 0 here.
Wait, couldn't we just cross multiply?
You can if you want to. 119 into 90, also 0. Add another 0. 119 into 900. This is about 100. How many times does 100 fit into 900? 9 times, but it's going to have to be less than 9. So let's try 8. 119 times 8. Pull to the side. 7. What did I just do? 8, 9. Hold up. 8. Does that carry? Is that 872? Did I mess up? Let's see. 72, 8. 16, 17. Oh, that's a mess. Holy cool. Let's try this again. That's 72. Carry the 7. 8 and 7 is 15, right? Carry the 1. 8 times 1 is 8 plus 1 is 9. Oh, hello, that's way too much.
7?
So it has to be 7 times. Okay, it's got to be 7. And notice, as I'm working on the side, I'm not going to erase what I have because I might need it.
You just wrote 8.
Oh, shoot. That's what happens when I record after school. So 7 times 9 is? Good. That's 13. Good. 7, 8. I got 833. And that was 7 times. Subtract
So you have, so then we 10, 9, 8, and then you would go for like.
And I got a difference of 67. And I just need to do it one more time by adding another 0 and putting in a number here. So 119 and a 670. It's not 8 times, it's not 7 times. I'm going to guess maybe 5? Let's try 6 instead. 119 times 6. Phew. 9 times 6 is? 454. Let's look. We got fingers we can use. Remember the trick? 9 times 6 means that my 6th finger. Yeah, that's 50 and 4. So 54. And that's 11. 6 plus 1 is 7. That's 7. 14. That's too much. So I'm going to put a 5 up here. And it honestly doesn't even matter how many times it goes in. I don't need to do the subtraction because this is all I need. Now, this is a decimal answer of 0.075. They want the percent answer. Dr. Pepper tells me move it twice to the right. Good. 7.5. And that was for running. That's my tiniest one. 7.5. Now, hopefully, if you watch the video, you hear me say that you're allowed to use a calculator on this one. Use a calculator. Tell your friends. If they have Remind, we may use a Remind to send out. But that's for you to get started on this kind of question. You would do the same process for each of these sections and then make a decision on what color goes with which activity.